Think your loose change is worthless? Think again. These three ultra-rare coins, an ordinary-looking cent, a classic wheat penny, and a Washington quarter, have sold for hundreds of thousands or more. One coin even hit over $250,000. Watch till the end, you might already have one in your pocket. Section 1, the 1964 D. Lincoln Cent, a brief history. The Lincoln Cent, introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has been a staple of American currency. By 1964, the cent featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents at two facilities. Philadelphia, no mint marked 2,648,575,000 coins. Denver, D mint marked 3,799,071,500 coins. Despite the high mintage numbers, certain rare varieties and errors make specific 1964 D cents highly valuable to collectors. Section 2, Notable Errors and Varieties. Several errors and unique varieties from the 1964 D Lincoln cent series have captured the attention of numismatists. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice with a slight misalignment, causing a doubling effect on the design elements. The 1964 DDO pennies show clear doubling on the obverse lettering and date. Prices for these coins can range from $100 to over $1,000, depending on the strength of the doubling and the coin's condition. 2. Repunched mint mark, RPM. In 1964, mint marks were manually punched into the coin dies, leading to instances where the D mint mark appears shadowed or doubled. These RPM errors are popular among collectors, with values starting at $50 and climbing for well-preserved examples. 3. Off-center strikes. Coins struck off-center can vary in value depending on the degree of misalignment. A 1964 D penny with a minor off-center strike, 5 to 10% off, might be worth $10 to $30, while more extreme off-center errors, 50% or more, can reach $100 or more. 4. Clipped planchets. These occur when a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a mishap during the blanking process. A clipped planchet 1964 D penny could be valued anywhere between $10 and $50, depending on the size of the clip and the overall condition of the coin. 5. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks appear when the die used to strike the coin develops cracks, resulting in raised lines on the surface of the coin. A cud is a larger die break, where part of the design is missing or altered. Both types of errors are relatively common on 1964 D pennies. Smaller die cracks might add $5 to $20 to a penny's value, while more significant cuds can increase the value to $50 or more, especially if they affect a prominent area of the design. 6. Wrong planchet errors. Occasionally, a penny is struck on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a nickel or dime. These wrong planchet errors are exceedingly rare, often selling for over $1,000 due to their uniqueness. Section 3. High-value examples. Certain 1964 D Lincoln cents have achieved remarkable prices at auctions. 1964 D Lincoln cent, MS67RD. A high-grade example in mint red condition sold for $4,025 in 2012. Only a few specimens have been graded this high, making them highly sought after by collectors. 1964 D Lincoln cent with major die break, MS63 brown. This coin, featuring a significant die break, was sold at auction, highlighting the value that unique errors can add to a coin. These sales underscore the significant value that rare errors and pristine conditions can add to a coin. Section 4. Identifying valuable 1964 D cents. To determine if your 1964 D cent is valuable, check the mint mark. The D mint mark is located below the date on the obverse side of the coin. Inspect for errors. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet characteristics. Assess the condition. Coins in mint state, MS65 or higher, are more valuable. The color designation, red, RD, red-brown, RB, or brown, BN, also affects value, with RD being the most desirable. Consider professional grading. Submitting your coin to a reputable grading service can authenticate its condition and increase its market value. Section 5. caring for your 1964 D Lincoln cents. Proper care is essential to preserving the value of your rare coins. Store in holders. Use coin capsules or flips to prevent scratches and tarnishing. Avoid cleaning. Cleaning can damage the surface and lower the coin's value. Maintain stable conditions. Store coins in a cool, dry place to avoid oxidation. Get professional grading. Consider grading for coins with significant errors or high potential value. Conclusion, 950. So, before you spend that 1964 D cent, take a closer look, it might be worth more than you think. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade specimen, or a unique variety, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these hidden treasures. Section 1, the 1974 Washington Quarter, a brief history. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1974, the quarter featured a copper-nickel-clad composition, replacing the 90% silver content used in earlier years. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced quarters at 3 facilities. Philadelphia, no mint mark 801,456,000 coins. Denver, D mint mark 353,160,300 coins. San Francisco, S mint mark 2,612,568 proof coins. While these numbers suggest the 1974 quarter is common, certain rare varieties and errors make specific coins highly valuable to collectors. Section 2, Notable Errors and Varieties. Several errors and unique varieties from the 1974 Washington Quarter series have captured the attention of numismatists. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice with a slight misalignment, causing a doubling effect on the design elements. While not as prominent as in other years, some 1974 quarters exhibit this error, increasing their value significantly. 2. Off-center strikes. Coins struck off-center can vary in value depending on the degree of misalignment. A 1974 quarter struck 45% off-center sold for $94 in 2022, while another with an 80% off-center second strike fetched $336 in 2021. 3. Wrong planchet errors. Occasionally, a quarter is struck on a planchet intended for another denomination. Examples include: a 1974 quarter struck on a 1-cent planchet sold for $1,050 in 2020. A 1974 D quarter struck on a 3.09 gram 1-cent planchet sold for $1,150 in 2011. 4. Clipped planchet errors. These occur when a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a mishap during the blanking process. While not as valuable as other errors, they still attract collector interest. 5. Silver planchet error. Though unconfirmed, it's speculated that some 1974 quarters were mistakenly struck on 40% silver planchets intended for bicentennial coins. If verified, such a coin could be worth several $1,000s. Section 3. High-value examples. Certain 1974 quarters have achieved remarkable prices at auctions. 1974 S-proof quarter, PR70 DCAM. A flawless deep cameo proof coin sold for $10,925 in 2009. 1974 no mint mark, MS67. A high-grade example without a mint mark sold for $2,115 in 2020. 1974 D quarter, MS67. A Denver minted quarter in exceptional condition fetched $1,265 in 2006. These sales underscore the significant value that rare errors and pristine conditions can add to a coin. Section 4. Identifying valuable 1974 quarters. To determine if your 1974 quarter is valuable, check the mint mark. No mint mark indicates Philadelphia. D denotes Denver. S signifies a proof coin from San Francisco. Inspect for errors. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet characteristics. Assess the condition. Coins in mint state, MS65 or higher, or proof state, PR69 or higher, are more valuable. Consider professional grading. Submitting your coin to a reputable grading service can authenticate its condition and increase its market value. Conclusion, 950. So, before you spend that 1974 quarter, take a closer look, it might be worth more than you think. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade specimen, or a unique variety, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these hidden treasures. Section 1. Brief History of the 1941 Wheat Penny. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck during a time of great change. With World War II on the horizon, the U.S. Mint produced these coins using copper and zinc before switching to steel in 1943. Here's how many were minted. Philadelphia, no mint mark 887,018,000. Denver, D mint mark 128,700,000. San Francisco, S mint mark 92,360,000. Even though the total mintage surpassed 1 billion coins, some extremely rare errors and pristine condition coins have become high-value collector's items. Section 2. The rarest and most valuable 1941 wheat pennies. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the money. These are the versions of the 1941 wheat penny that could make you rich. 1. 1941 Double Die Obverse, DDO. Some 1941 pennies were struck with a double die on the obverse, meaning you can see doubling in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1941. These errors can sell from $100 to over $5,000, depending on condition and how strong the doubling is. 2. 1941 Off-Center Strike. If your 1941 penny looks like it was struck off to the side, called an off-center strike, its value increases. A 50% off-center penny can easily fetch $250 to $750. 3. 1941 On Wrong Planchet. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. These are extremely rare, and one such error could be worth over $10,000 to $50,000. 4. High-grade red specimens, MS67 plus RD. A 1941 penny in perfect mint state red, RD, condition can command insane prices. One sold for over $82,000 at auction. That's a single penny, folks. Conclusion: strong CTA. So before you spend that old penny or toss it in a jar, check it closely. That 1941 wheat penny could be your lucky ticket to thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars.